Welcome to today's module. In today's module we are going to talk about the food habits of preschool children. And to introduce the title, as we know, in the preschool age year or the preschool year age, children go from toddlerhood who throw tantrums to children who are more willing to cooperate and want to please their parents, and this is the age group they are ready to face many kinds of people. They are going to have friends, they are going to have teachers, and they are going to interact with the society. And this age group, they also want to do things by themselves, that is, they become more independent, and but they are willing to learn from their parents. Whatever, though they want to do something, though they want to become independent, they copy everything from the parents. Whatever the parents do, they want to copy and they want to do the same thing. And this kind of give and take creates opportunities for parents to teach kids about the healthy food choices in new and exciting ways. This is the period when the child is growing or reaches the preschool age group. Even the parents should learn, and they have to be they should be ready to teach their children to inculcate good food habits, because whatever the habits which are learned in this age group will long last forever through the entire life. What is a food habit? Food habit refers to the way in which different people select, cook, serve and eat food that are available to them. Food habits are disciplinary measures to eat a certain food or foods repeatedly every day. This is when we are saying a habit, that we are doing it repeatedly, and this usually coincides with the diet and food disorders. And now we will look into what are the common food habits in preschooler or preschool children. We will see the refusal of food based on a certain color or texture. Usually the children, they refuse a particular color or texture of food. For example, they could refuse foods that are red or green, contains seeds or squishy. And many meals may only eat, and they only eat a certain type of food or for a period of time. They will not change. They are not ready to change a different food. And the child may choose one or two foods that is he or she likes and refuse to anything else, wasting time at the table and seem interested in doing something about their eating, which is common, and unwilling to try new foods, especially fruits and vegetables. They are not ready to take fruits and vegetables in this year, and this is normal. That is, the kid prefers familiar foods and be afraid of trying new things. Picky eating is a typical behavior for many preschoolers. It is a usual pattern of process of growing up and becoming independent. These are all the common habits of preschoolers. And now we'll move on to the characteristics of good food habits. Those are: the correct pattern of diet permits an individual to achieve a potential for the physical and mental development. The second, it contributes to satisfying human relationship and social and personal environment or enjoyment, and it needs the application of knowledge to human behavior and development, psychology and sociology. Finally, food habits are conducive in delaying and preventing the onset of certain degenerative diseases. Now we will see how to improve a good food habits for the preschoolers. We will discuss. Preschool children are eager to learn and will often imitate eating behaviors of adults. They imitate the eating behaviors of adults more commonly. It is necessary that the adults should supervise them at mealtime, as they are still developing chewing and swallowing skills. There are some ideas which can help the child to improve food habits. The first one is encouraging. The parents can encourage a good behavior in mealtime, such as enjoying food, not playing with the food, and playing at dinner table. They should not encourage all these activities. And offering a variety of foods, having the attitude that sooner or later the child will learn to eat almost all the food. And making a pleasant meal time, this is mandatory to inculcate a good habit, and scheduling meal timings, regular meal timings should be inculcated in this age group, and providing at least 2 healthy snacks in a day like fruits and vegetable salad and seasoned sprouts will be helpful, and not pressurizing, this is very important. We should not pressurize the children to eat and force the children to clean in her plate whatever is given in her plate, and this may lead to overeating, which can cause the child to gain too much weight. And the parents should know the portion size to avoid these kinds of issues, and being a role model the healthy eating habits, because preschoolers, as I said earlier, they copy whatever they see from their parents and do copy the same thing. And now we will look into the need of good food habits in preschool children. Why we should care about the food habits? What is the need? Because the kids get the nutrients necessary for healthy growing and development and energy for exploration from a balanced diet given. The balanced diet, for example, food habits like eating right and active play, preschoolers can maintain a healthy weight and stay energized. They get ready for the next big step in their living young lives. And how the children eat today will have a striking impact on their health throughout adolescence and adulthood. Consuming nutritious foods helps children grow, develop, do well accordingly, or academically they will feel good about themselves. Good nutrition also helps prevent children in teen issues such as eating disorders, obesity, dental cavities, and iron deficiency anemia. Studies supported good food habits like a regular breakfast and school performance in school children. Children who eat breakfast performs better in the school. This is proved from a study. According to the reports from the American Dietetic Association, students who eat breakfast have better problem-solving skills, problem-solving abilities, recalling abilities, memory, verbal fluency, and creativity. They are also less likely to be absent. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC) reports that children who do not eat breakfast or eat an insufficient breakfast are more likely to have an behavior, emotional, and academic problems at schools. Hence, good food habits can promote a healthy diet. A healthful diet and good nutrition are crucial in preventing nutritional related issues. Inadequate nutrition can cause such as short stature and delayed puberty, nutrient deficiency and dehydration, menstrual irregularities, poor bone health, increased risk of injury, poor academic performance, and increased risk of eating disorders. Teaching children the food habits that are of good food habits throughout the childhood will lay a strong foundation for a healthy and more fulfilling life in the later adulthood. And now we are going to learn about or discuss about what is the parent's role to inculcate these habits in preschool children. What a parent should do. There are some guidelines which are helpful in inculcating good food habits in preschoolers. First thing is, their parents should provide a choice of healthy foods. Choice should be given to the children, and they can follow a my plate model which is given in the illustration. That is, when the children eat a variety of foods, they get a balance of all vitamins and minerals they need to grow. Many healthy options are available which include fresh vegetables, fruits, fruit juices, low-fat dairy products such as milk, yogurt, cheeses, and dairy substitutes, lean proteins such as beans, chicken, fish and eggs, and whole grain cereals and bread. The parent should not force the kids to clean their plates. This is what the common issue which is related to the parents. All parents expect the children to eat whatever is provided. Do not expect the kid always eat everything served. Instead of parents should provide a correct portion size. It is the responsibility of the parents should provide or to know the correct portion size for their children. Even better, let the children choose their own portions sizes. Accept it. Accept if the children do not eat everything on their plate. Accept all at this age, and they should learn to know when they are fulfilled. The children should know when they feel full, when they have to stop, when they should stop. Some 4-year-old may still be picky eaters, and parents should encourage their children to try new foods, and they have to provide a new variety of foods. And that's next thing with related to the parenting is the parents should offer regular meal timing, and they have to sit together with the children while eating. Regular meal and snack items, the snack times must be followed. Parents should be careful not to offer the foods between these eating timings. Apart from the regular timings, there should not be any foods or snacks. Children who are eating grazing throughout the day may be hungry. They may not be hungry at meal times. When healthier foods tend to be available, when it is meal or snack time, they should turn off the TV and eat together at the table. The parents should sit with the children and they have to enjoy the food. This helps to create a calm and healthy environment for eating, which promotes the nutrition and absorption of nutrients. And the next parenting tips is related to the limitation of processed foods and sugary drinks in the children's diet. Another important parent role is to limit how much processed foods in the house and to limit fast foods. Most important, to limit sugar. This is most important. We have to limit sugar and sugary products. Sugar drinks as soda, juice drinks, lemonade, sweet tea and sports drinks that can lead to activities, or they can develop tooth decay in the child, and they can develop unhealthy weight gain, and this has to be limited in the house. And the parent should know the best drinks. What are the best drinks for their kids? The best known drinks for children are water and milk, including non-dairy milk. Milk provides calcium and vitamin D to build strong bones. Ice cream is okay, but it is once in a while, but it should be offered every day. And whole fruit is preferable than fruit juices because it provides fiber in it. And it is okay if you are providing 100% juice, as juice is concentrated source of sugar and low in fiber. It is best to serve juices with meal, which can minimize cavities. Juices should not be given in the between the meal timings. Better it can be included along with the meal timings. And the next thing, what a parent should monitor, or what a parent should be expected to do. Turn off the TV, especially at meal times. Television advertising can be a big challenge to the child's good nutrition. Preschool children are easily influenced by advertisements for unhealthy foods like sugary cereals, fast foods and sweets. Apart from this, the alarming threat is the danger of electronic waves from the smartphones and laptops. The best way to avoid this is put in a place of media curfew at mealtime or bedtime, or putting all devices away or plugging them into a charging station from the night. They should not provide any electronic items in the eating hall as well as the sleep in the bedrooms. And the parents should teach good table manners. At this age, the child should learn about the basic table manners. By the age of 4, he or she will not be no grip for the fork or spoon, his or her fist, unable to do. They should be able to hold them properly like an adult. Proper use of table knife can be taught by the parents. And other table manners such as not talking with a full mouth, using a napkin, and not reaching across another person's plate, and can also be included. Parents should be a role model to them, and children do what they see, because their children do whatever they see from the parents. The child will see how the rest of the family is behaving, and they follow the same thing. They take them as leaders. It is easier to develop table manners if the family practices the custom of eating together. Make at least one meal a day which is special and pleasant family time. Have your child sit with the table and help in some other way in preparing meal. You can involve the children in making dishes or the meals. The another factor is the importance of family meal practice. As we discussed earlier, the comforting ritual for both parents and kids is practicing a family meal. Preschool children like the predictability of family meals and parents get a chance to catch up their kids. Children who practices a regular family meals are also they eat more fruits and vegetables, they snack less on unhealthy foods. The family meals give a chance for the parents to introduce the kids good nutritious foods, and they can be a role model for the children. And the family or the parent should allow the child to invite, they can allow the child to invite his friend for the dinner or the lunch, so that the child should be encouraged to eat a nutritious variety of foods. And keep the meal timing joyful. It is the duty and the responsibility of a parent to keep the meal timings more joyful, which makes the children to eat better. And family meal is the one whenever a family member sit together, whether it is takeout food or home foods made with the trimmings. Strive for nutritious foods and a time whenever they enjoy. Family time made the parents and the family to enjoy the food. And there are some concerns apart from all these things. There are some concerns to worry about in this age. Those are, first thing is about soda. Soda gets in the way. Most of the children like cola and other soft drinks which have no nutritional value and they are high in sugar, and kids may be less likely to drink enough milk and water if they are drinking more sweetened beverages. And besides calcium, milk offers the other important nutrients including vitamin D, potassium and protein. Soda and other sugary beverages consumption has been linked to excessive weight gain and other problems including tooth decay. The second danger is about caffeine. Caffeine and kids, this is the bad man. In addition to calories and sugar, soda often contains caffeine which can have a negative effects on kids. Most parents are aware not giving preschooler a cup of coffee but might routinely serve cola and other drinks containing coffee. For kids, effect of caffeine are similar to that of effect which is seen in adults. Kids who drink one or more sweetened sweet drinks or soft drinks per day are 60% more likely to be obese. And caffeinated drinks often contain empty calories, and kids who filled up, they do not get other vitamins and minerals, and they know which they need for a healthy resources. Too much soda can mean missing the calcium which promotes their healthy bones and teeth. And too many sweetened caffeinated drinks can lead to the dental cavities from the high sugar content and the erosion of tooth enamel from the acidity. Caffeine may contribute the dehydration, which is a major problem, being a diuretic that causes body to eliminate all water through peeing. So it is wise to avoid excessive caffeine in hot weather, especially when kids need to replace fluids lost throughout sweating. Caffeine can make the heart problems or nerve disorders worse. Methods are how we can break the bad food habits, how the caregivers can break the bad food habits of preschoolers. Some of the bad food habits of preschool children and the measures to overcome are we are going to discuss. First thing is non-stop nibbling. Snacking all day means that children won't be hungry at all mealtime. Constant munching, even if it is mostly healthy stuff, it also can prevent the learning from recognize their own feelings of hunger and fullness. If they are munching all time, they don't know when they are hungry, and that's an important skill they will need throughout the life. They should know when they are hungry and when they are full. And how we can break this habit? First thing, set a schedule, and second, make snacks fulfilling, and third, keep junk food out of sight. And setting a schedule which covers the kids thrive on structures, no serve. So serve either 2 or 3 daily snacks mid morning, mid afternoon and bedtime if they are hungry. Try to have a child to sit in the table for others. They should wait for others. When kids ask for snack at another time, remind them that snack time is coming. And if you are not comfortable denying or delaying the timing for the kids, you can provide a piece of fruit so that they are fulfilled. That can be hard first, but put the payoff, and the young children hunger will be better regulated and more predictable. And make snacks fulfilling, that is, a protein snack will keep child satisfied or filled longer, so they are less likely to feel like nibbling all time or munching all time. Some of the examples for filled protein snacks are peanut butter spread and whole grain bread slice, or a slice of cheese melted on a whole bread crackers, or an apple slices which are dunked into fruit flavored yogurt. These are the best choices of snacks. And the third point to avoid this nibbling or munching is keep junk foods out of the sight of the children. This is harder, and it is harder to say when no, because when the children are asking something, it is very hard to say no. Better we can keep all the snacks out of the reach of the children, and keep only nutritious snacks like baby carrots and cup of apple sauce or the cut fruit in the front or at the center of the children reach. And we have to make sure that drinking juice, how much the juice they should drink. But some of the children, they drink juice throughout the day, that is 24/7. A small amount of 100% juices can be a healthy part of a child diet, but it can be supply vitamin C, but so can other foods. The kid will get this day's worth of C from half an orange or cup of broccoli. We can cut the sippies, and you have to provide the water first. That is how we can cut the sippies is serve juices in regular cup rather than sipping, so the kids won't be able to gulp it down as quickly. Choose water first. When the child is really thirsty, don't give your child juice. Instead, you can give water. He will guzzle way too much. Why this spokesperson for American Dietetic Association, he talked about this, how the importance of water for the kids. They start handing out a plain water after playground time sports practice. Then let him enjoy the taste of smaller amounts of juice later, and when he is not so parched. Whenever the child is thirsty, give him water first, and later you can give a small amount of juice. And the final rule is dilute and dilute. Water juice down by at least half. Use a spit of lemon juice to intensify the flavor, which can increase the flavor, and offering a diluted juice all day defeats the purpose. Make sure that juice and water mix does not exceed 1 or 2 cups a day. And to conclude, as a conclusion, eating is such an enjoyable experience. The children choose to eat the taste of very good, but that do not make us feel very good afterwards. We also enjoy these foods so much of that we can more than the body actually needs. We are getting more. We should avoid more than what our body really requires, which makes us fat, unhappy and depressed. Most of the adults do not even know how great it feels to eat a healthy meal, because they have been making a bad food choices for too long, since it was being practiced from the childhood. Hence, knowing the food habits or right food habits will help the children to practice good habits, which may create a healthy future and healthy nation. Thank you.